like it's not something new that I do different things. Like I've always kind of been not a loner in a sense, but like my interests put me elsewhere than the majority of people. So like as I've gotten older, that sort of sticks out to me most about my childhood. It's like, wow, times when I feel like I need to conform now, I'm like, that's never been me. That's never been my thing. So I'd say that that's what sticks out the most is like that history of nonconformity, not to be a rebel, but to follow what my heart pulls me towards and what I'm interested in.
Yeah. And I noticed that too, because I remember, on your podcast you had an episode called Flip the Switch. And as you were talking, I thought about how many times I feel like you flipped the switch. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might know you as a gymnast. Somebody might know you as the guy that was doing the podcast or, also doing a training and fitness. So I feel like you've always kind of been ready, even wrestling. Like it seems like that's always been instilled in you. And I want to know, do you have an idea of where that comes from?
I I do. It's Holy Spirit, to be honest. I'm real deep into, meditating and remaining present with where I'm at. And sometimes it used to feel a bit chaotic to me when I didn't really understand how I was being guided, not really understanding that the basis was like faith works. But again, as I mature more, I see the threads of everything. I see how it all intertwines, and really, I would just say, trying to be as present as possible is what really does it. And you continue to learn, you continue to grow. But you mentioned the word pivot earlier, and I see it as pivoting, yes, but it's like pivoting for a purpose. Like, where is that intention pulling me towards? Where is that? Everybody has an intuition. It's whether you listen to it or not that really will determine and define how your life shapes out. But like really trying to listen to that intuition and pivoting for what is purposeful in that, not just moment, but in that overarching conglomeration, I guess, of experiences.
Pivoting with a purpose. I like that, bro. And that touches me because I'm going through this phase right now where I'm not really, fully enjoying what I'm doing in terms of work-wise, right? I feel like some days it's kind of just going by. And recently I just kind of applied to a job just because, a friend had mentioned it to me. And randomly I was invited for an interview, right? And when I got that email, I was kind of like, oh, dang. And it made me really think about like, okay, I know I want to switch something up, but am I necessarily wanting to switch to this purposefully, or is it more just because I want to just feel something new? So I think that's something that I want to reflect on as we kind of go through this. And I want to also go back
to important to notice for yourself too, right? Because like, are you going to go in there and find yourself in the same predicament? Because wherever we go, there we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, are you going to find yourself in the exact same position within this new position? Like that's stuff that people have to decide too. And I know that sometimes decisions have to be made out of necessity, but it's also important to weigh the effects on your mind and your spirit in these transitions. Because if you end up in the same spot, not that you have regressed, you've progressed yourself to a new point, but like you still have understanding to come towards within yourself in order to make like that purposeful move.
Exactly. And that's what I thought about. I'm like, dang, like what if I just do this, but then I end up writing this post? So I might as well just use the time that I have now to really make sure that next pivot or that next move is actually meaningful. So, and I feel like you kind of went through that because, I don't know if anybody knows, but you had a short stint in software sales. Do you want to kind of give us a little bit of background on how that came to be?
Man, it was one of those things where it's like I'm graduating college. I had, finished my